ruptured my distal bicep tendon doing some deadlifts with the underhand grip. I had about 3 weeks before meet changed my grip, so that put a lot more strain on my forearm, and so I was experiencing quite a bit of pain on one of my last heavy deadlift sessions. I kind of pushed it aside, went set to set, and then on my final set, bam, popped that puppy. Many of you know bench press is my favorite lift. Not being able to bench press very much for the past 8 weeks has been a big drag, and it started to affect my sleep to the point where I'm now having nightmares about it. So the other night I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming that I'm bench pressing, and the whole time my left side, which is my torn bicep side, my arm is giving out every rep. I'm going to bench and nothing's happening every single rep. So in a panic, I wake up in sweats and came in here and bench pressed, and sure enough, I didn't die. It's a little angry. Little update. Sitting about 8 weeks post tearing my bicep and had surgery about 7.5 weeks ago. It's been tough physically and mentally. The mental part I didn't think was going to affect me the way it did. Just not being able to train, not be able to do accessories the way I like to do it, not to be able to train in a way that basically gets you moving and gets your heart rate up quite the same. There's been some instances where I'll go to move something or grab something. I'm sitting about 7 weeks out where I think I'm ready to go and I can grab onto something and it just like hits me like, whoa, nope, I'm not ready. It's not ready, and a part of me doesn't know if it's physically not ready or if it's mentally not ready. I mentioned earlier that I've been having some nightmares about me dropping a barbell on myself because my arm just won't function, and so that's kind of carried over to some certain things where I go to do it and my mind just like shuts down. So right now the idea of pulling on a deadlift bar or pulling on a trap bar is a little frightening, so it's going to take some time to get used to it and get back in the swing of things. I've had quite a few surgeries, mainly abdominal surgeries, and it's just different. That part, you can go from the waist up, you can pretty much do anything, and to be honest, I didn't really care about squats or deadlifts. I care mainly, I'm a bench guy. I love doing upper body, I love arms, I love chasing the pump, so to be able to not do that stuff really sucked, but it really gave me a bigger appreciation on squatting and working on the things I can do. So Marcus is thankfully helping me do a lot of mobility stuff. I'm doing that 3 days a week. Mark's got me doing conditioning, pushing the sled, which freaking sucks, but I've dropped 10 pounds and feel a lot physically, like feel better in a pair of pants. So I've had a lot of people help me get through this, and it's gonna be good, and hopefully in 6 months, the end of the year, I'm gonna be a little bit stronger, a little bit leaner, and just continue training and sign up for a powerlifting meet come next year.
I've had a lot of people over the years get injured here at SuperTraining Gym. There's been some pretty bad ones over the years. I myself have been knocked down many times, and you know, because of the environment that we have in here, it makes it somewhat easier to come back because we have a team. And when someone goes down, we try to get around that person, we try to communicate with that person, we try to pick them up the best we can, because we know that we can fall in that line of fire as well. And most recent member to be nailed down by the mighty sword of powerlifting was our boy Smokey. Tore his bicep preparing for a meet. He was gutting out some heavy deadlifts, and as he went to pull on the weight, bicep went and rolled up on him a little bit. Luckily for him, we've had people in the gym that have been in that situation before. We've had other athletes in here tear muscles. So while it fucking sucks, it's not the end of the world. You get right back on your horse and you start to think about, what are some of the things that I can focus on while I have this injury? How do I continue to put one foot in front of the other? It makes you second guess some of the things that you're doing. You start to second guess maybe the program that you're doing. You start to second guess maybe just powerlifting in general, maybe just lifting heavy in general. You're like, what's it all for? You start to really question a lot of it. But again, being inside the walls of SuperTraining Gym and being around other like-minded people, the other like-minded people say, hey, that's okay, tore your bicep, Sucks, you'll get a surgery, you'll get it repaired, and then you could still squat with the safety squat bar, you could still drag the sled, you could still do this, you could still do that, step ups, lunges, 45-degree back raises. There's so many different things that you're able to do. So rather than be victimized by it, flip it all around, turn it into a positive, and think about what are the things that you can make changes to at the moment. What are things that are under your control? It's awesome to see other people in the gym come around Smokey and help him and help push him in the right direction. And it's also amazing and motivating to see him have his own internal drive, his own internal motivation to go outside with us and try to just do any and everything that we're doing. Whenever he looks at something and he goes, he just doesn't do it. There's no reason to. There's no reason to risk further injury. He's on the road to recovery. He's able to start doing curls now. He's been bench pressing again. The guy fucking loves bench pressing. And so now he's starting to get back into the cool stuff where he's able to do some of the things that he loves. And it's not going to be too long now before we start seeing him pushing 275, 315, 365, 405, and hopefully some new PRs. So it's been amazing to sit back and watch Smokey drive himself through this bicep injury, and it's been even cooler to watch the team get around the guy and pick him back up.
Let's go, Smokey.
Come on. 5 reps, let's go. Come on, here we go.
Go now. Get a couple reps in there now. Come on, here we go.
Yep.
Good. Go up those fucking legs. There we go. Keep that tension on there. Doing good. Doing good. Yep. Nice. Come on. Yep.
Squat actually, I know it's a different bar, but your squat's actually looking like more efficient.